Gross, mountainstage.org is where you can hear the show if it's not on your public radio station. We have a blockbuster show today of all kind of honky-tonk and, well, various flavors of country and old-time music. But one of our favorite guys is on, Mr. Joe Ely. From down in Lubbock, Texas originally, lives in Austin now, and he's got a great new album that's called Satisfied at Last. And the title is because of what's on the record, the content, mostly songs that Joe's written, with a couple by his old buddy Butch Hancock and one by Billy Joe Shaver. But this CD is, I guess you could say it's because of the time of life that you're in, that I'm in, where you got a little retrospective.
I just took a look around and looked forward and looked backward, and saw where I came from, and kind of started out the record with a song about the highway, which I've pretty much spent my whole life zigging and zagging.
How could I believe I deserved her love? A fool such as I, beneath the sky above. I was tired from running, worn out from pain. I sat on a bus bench, looking out on the rain. They say the biggest fool is a fool with a heart. In someone else's eyes is only playing a part. The world is full of dreamers who must dream alone, who gave it all away. Now they have no home. I believed her, I believed her, I believed that it was true. She loved me now, she'd given up on you. I believed her, I believed her, I bet everything I own. Now here I am a rambling. The highway is my home.
I really appreciate songs that are written about something, I guess from being around Butch Hancock and Jimmy Dale Gilmore when we were growing up, we just started writing songs. We never wrote together, but just hearing a song, and when somebody could tell a story about something else, then it's like like a movie or a good book.
It is. It is like a little movie, like a little vignette movie. The sound too, the sound of the chords, the sound of the melody.
Yeah, and it's so important to not tell the whole story, because you have to have the listener fill in the blanks.
Exactly, which is why it's interesting.
When I die, don't toll no bells. Just put my ashes in some shotgun shells. Get all of my friends some windy day to say goodbye. Watch me blow away.
I started writing songs when I had a little band in high school, but I wouldn't dare play any of those songs.
No, I would think
But that's
not.
when I first started. But really, seriously, when I was about 19 years old and I'd been traveling around for a couple of years, just me and a guitar, and hitchhiking, jumping freight trains, and that was when I really got serious about it. And then, but it really took me a few years before I really got into a groove,
When I say goodbye, you can bet I'm gone. When the lonesome freight train whistle blow, it's a weary song. When I see the light of a brand new dawn, when I say goodbye, you can bet I'm gone. When I say goodbye. Hey.
University of Texas published a book.
Right.
And I did 2 albums for that book.
Okay,
One of really early songs, and then one of songs that kind of ran parallel with some of the stories in the book. So
Yeah, tell us
that,
about-
that was about 3 years ago, four years ago.
Talk about the book for just a second, because that's
Well,
interesting.
the book was something that I never expected to ever have anybody read, because it was just journals that I'd keep on the road, just kind of, day-to-day journals of potholes and, hotels and, good gigs, bad gigs, and just kind of that thing you get on the road and you're just every day in a different city. And I always had done that, had always written journals and just kind of maybe I'd get a song out of it, or maybe I'd look back just to see where I was, and so they were really private writings. And then the University of Texas approached me about putting them into a book, and I said, absolutely not. I'll never let anybody read that stuff. But then I started looking it over, and then I started wishing that I hadn't have lost so much of it, because I lost 4 years of it. Drove off in a taxi cab from the Chelsea Hotel one day.
Ouch.
Another couple of years, I was asleep in a hotel room in South Texas, and a big rain came, and the river overflowed, and I woke up, and there was water up to the bed lapping over in my face, and all my writings were floating around in the room, and
Wow.
so then I wished that I had Xeroxed them or something, because that was before computers.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Nobody here will ever find me, but I will always be around. Like this song I leave behind, I'm gonna live forever now. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. Gonna miss me when I'm gone.
How can people find out who's watching this, wherever you are in the world? Where are you going to be?
Well, my webpage, just ely.com, ely.com, or joeely.com.
Yeah.
Gives a full list of upcoming dates.
And go see him. You're traveling now with yourself and 3 other people.
Ah.
You do it different ways. You've been on the show in several different
Yeah,
ways.
I've done
with
acoustic,
Joe Ely, with the acoustic, electric, whatever.
And then with the Flatlanders, we've done the show. So.
You can do it any way you want. The new record is this, Satisfied at Last. Mr. Joe Ely now lives in Austin, originally from Lubbock, and it's so great always to see Joe Ely on Mountain Stage. Thanks for coming.
Good to be here.